Hey, Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews. Welcome to NEBR, New England Beer Reviews. Coming up on Thanksgiving week 2012, and I thought I would check out a brew from Mayflower out of Plymouth, Massachusetts, where the original Thanksgiving took place. The Mayflower Brewery of Plymouth, Massachusetts, and this is their Autumn Wheat. The Autumn Wheat Ale comes in with an ABV of 5.3% ABV. Mayflower has been around for a few years, but I've only started seeing their brews in New Hampshire for the last 3 or 4 months, actually, or maybe since early summer. And actually I was quite thankful for that, because most of the brews I've had from them I've enjoyed. They do have some interest. They do have a Thanksgiving ale with Thanksgiving coming up. I hope I can check that one out this week. Maybe a few of their other ales. I think I'll give a few reviews toward the Mayflower Brew Company in recognition of Thanksgiving. But anyway, this Autumn Wheat Ale is a seasonal. It comes out during the fall months, and this is from the 2012 batch. So let's take off the cap. Take a look at the Mayflower first of all. It's on the cap of the bottle. Okay, it's a wheat ale. So I pour it into a taller wheat or a taller glass. I pour a lot of my wheats into these. This is like a darker wheat Dunkelweizen. So there we go. Nice and heady. Says to be served between about 45 to 50 degrees. And I would say it's probably closer to 45 than 50. But even so, it's right in the ballpark, I'm sure. You can look at this now. It is a very nice looking beer. Nice dark deep amber, sort of a brown garnet color, and a goodly amount of carbonation heading up to the head, which is rather significant thanks to the way I poured it into the glass. A soapy sort of head. Alright, check out the aroma. It smells like it should. These should have a dark malt and kind of caramel aroma to them, maybe even a dark toasted malt aroma to them, and that's pretty much what I'm getting. This is really, the aroma is really within the style of this particular autumn wheat style. Very sweet too. It's caramel sweetness, quite frankly, on the nose. A low, almost muted hop sensation. These really don't tend to be very hoppy anyway, this style of beer. Tends to be a little less bitter in that regard. Now check out the taste. Medium body. Smooth. Very smooth. Not creamy. I wouldn't call it creamy, but I definitely would call it smooth. And it's a medium weight body. The taste, though, they do use 2 German hops when they brew this beer, so there is a sort of a crispy, hoppy backdrop in here. It's not up in your face up front. It's just balancing out the sweet dark malts that really come on strong at the beginning. It's got a nice dark roasty toasty flavor, and I really like beers like that. You know, it's one of my favorite ways to enjoy a beer, with that sort of dark roasty flavor with a lot of caramel sweetness, a good bit of a body. These are the types of beers I do like. These kinds of beers a lot. They just really, they're so much better than the standard lager. They just have a little extra oomph to them that just make them so much more enjoyable to me. The wheat, though, isn't quite as predominant, considering it is an autumn wheat. You know, I didn't get much of wheat on the nose. I didn't get much wheat in the flavor. It really is more like a standard Dunkel, you know, German Dunkel, minus the wheat. So if they're going to be promoting this as a wheat ale, it seems to me I would be getting more wheat than I'm getting. Now, I'm not saying it's completely absent. Let me try again here. I mean, I wouldn't call it completely absent, but it really is completely subtle, to say the least. Wheat has a very particular flavor, and it's usually quite noticeable in a beer. So in that regard, if you're looking for the wheat, you might not find that in this one, but you will find a very flavorful dark beer. Sweet, roasted, toasted, an enjoyable beer with a medium, decent body, and not a heavy, high alcohol by volume. An enjoyable beer to drink if you're looking to just have a beer, I guess. So, but if you are looking for the wheat, you might be a little disappointed in that. But beyond that, it's an excellent darker beer. It's really a pretty good beer, I'd say. In the entire picture, when you put the whole picture together. So that's the Mayflower Autumn Wheat Ale for 2012. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.